continuing on, we are going to talk about date stamp. Now, I've tried to figure out how to do this the best way, and I'm going to have to either bring the books to the lens or move the camera around, so I do apologize in advance. Okay, date stamps were put on books back when, so that when they were at the newsstand, it was a way to indicate when they got there. So there's two kinds of date stamps. There's a handwritten date stamp and like a ink stamped date stamp. This here, in this flash book, I actually found 3 date stamps. Let's see if I can... Okay. There's one here, and I'm sorry, but there's one right here. Really can't read them. I think they say, maybe you can see. Something 5th of 72. And I think that's the same date. And that one up there, this one right here, I can't make it out, but you can see where the ink is at. Now, move this out of the way. This book is in really, it's a horrible bag. This one here, I'm going to have to pick up the camera. This book here has a handwritten date stamp right there, and somebody's initials. So that's a handwritten date stamp. And like I said, I'm sorry for the shaky camera, but like I said, the date stamps were put on, whoops, oh, that'll work. Were put on there to indicate when the books got there, and it has something also to do with, I guess, when they send them back. When so many didn't sell, they would just send those back, and this indicated when they had enough to send back or something like that. So, but that is date stamp. Now we have some acronyms you might have heard me throw around. Now, first one is LCS. That one simply stands for Local Comic Shop. Then you might hear me talk about a con or a Comic-Con, which simply put is a convention or a comic book convention. They have them all over the country. You have large ones like San Diego, which I've never been to. The one I went to in Akron, I would consider that one a medium-sized one, because I've never been to San Diego, so I have nothing to compare it to. Or the one we have locally here, which is a pretty small convention. Then you'll hear me talk about cosplay. If I have it right, cosplay stands for costume play. That's where these people dress up in their favorite characters, and they go to a convention and they walk around all day long. I did it once. I can tell you, it's no fun if you go by yourself. You get all dressed up, you have no one to walk around with, you walk around the place 2-3 times, and you're ready to go home. Also, it's no fun if you wear glasses, because you very well can't get dressed, put on your mask, and then put your glasses on over it or under it. It'll ruin the whole effect. And I had a mask, so it was kind of hard for me to see. Now you'll hear me talk about NCBD, which is the best day of the week. That is New Comic Book Day. Or you might hear me talk about FCBD, which that's the best day of the year. That is Free Comic Book Day. That is where certain publishers, they put out certain titles, and your LCS can purchase them. They put them out, and they allow you a certain number of books. Now, my LCS, it's 5 total. I don't know what other shops allow. My shop has some pretty good sales on Free Comic Book Day. Got some good stuff, too. Now we have some character acronyms I would like to talk about. We have ASM, which is probably the most popular one. That one stands for Amazing Spider-Man. We have GL, which is Green Lantern. Now we have DP, which I've heard once. I don't know if it's a real thing or not, or if they're just trying to make it a thing. That stands for Deadpool. Now, I know of one book that has an acronym, and I don't know of any others, but that book is GSX. That stands for Giant Size X-Men. So those are some acronyms that you might have heard me thrown around. We have now come to the part of comic book collecting that I am relatively new at doing this right now. This is where I talk about slabs or graded. There are three, I guess you can call them major players in the grading industry. They are as follows. Now these are photocopies, so because I don't have many of these. First up, CGC. This stands for Certified Guarantee Company. They were founded in 2000. This was the company that started the whole grading thing. Now this next company, I have used them, so I do have one of their slabs. They are PGX. Okay, that stands for Professional Grading Experts. They were founded in 2002. Now this is a slab. It's a piece of hard plastic. Now when I talk about grading, you send your book in, they look at your book, they evaluate it, okay, they give it a grade. Now this book got a 9.4, which is a high grade. They take your book, they put it in this like inner plastic sleeve, they seal it in there, and then they put it in this hard outer shell, and then they seal that up. And this is what I mean when I talk about a slab. The next company, which these are relatively new, it's another copy, sorry. This is CBCS, which stands for Comic Book Certification Service. They were founded in 2012. Now, I wasn't going to get into who's better than who, but I have books out to them, to these people, and I've been waiting for like maybe 6 months now to get my books back. So as you can tell, that doesn't look good for me using them again. But another company, which is called Vault Comics. I do have a picture, the only picture I can really find, so I will insert that now. I don't know when they were founded. I don't even know if they're in business anymore. Because on Facebook, I've asked questions on their Facebook page, no answer. On a Facebook group, comic book group I belong to, I believe we got in a discussion and Vault came up and they said they called a number with no answer, so I will assume that they are no longer in business. Now, the last grading company, which is, I guess you can call them the baby, because they were founded, if I'm not mistaken, in November or December of 2018. They are called EGS, which stands for Expert Grading Service. I don't know much about them because they're so new, but I did find a picture of one of their slabs, so I will insert that picture now. So that is, when I talk about a slab or grading, that's what I mean. They put them in a hard plastic case. So, well, that's the part of that video. So, I guess that's done with that video. Well, comic lovers, that's the end of this video. Now, I know I'm not a comic book know-it-all. I know I probably said things that weren't exactly the way they should be. I know I probably forgot this or that. But if I did, please let me know down below. Because The more I can learn, that's great. But Taylor, I hope it helped you out. I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope I helped anybody else out, maybe understanding a few things. So, with that being said, remember, be kind to one another and be your own collector.